Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Advanced Wars by Web replay. So on the south side is Jade Sun Hawke, we got the FANG. On the north side is the Pink Cosmos Sasha, we got XLNapkins, so extra large napkins. Definitely a username of all time. Either way, this map is a relatively, how to put it, it's a little bit of a busy map for the amount of, say, the big line of missile platforms. But there's a good amount of roads here, which roads do lead to both sides here, so recon rushes are a possibility, even if not fog of war. This map is 3 base, 1 airport. And also both players do have access to 1 comm tower, so get plus 10% firepower. Speaking of which, Hawke's day-to-day bonus gets plus 10% firepower, making his units a little bit more effective. Well, Sasha does get plus 10% income, which is also very nice as well. Which could pay out a bit longer in the longer run, but we'll have to wait and see. As plus 10 firepower can immediately give you some good advantages. Oops. And does another capture there. It will probably go down to the Hawke tank. Does bring up our own tank here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which will not be able to replace the recon there. So, good little early pick there with an interrupt. Her sacking some stuff for interrupts could be quite nice if she is an income CO. In that small little advantage of balloon or forward, maybe? Pushes forward the tank onto the missile silo. No fall protection tank there. Goes for tank over here. So this tank placement is a little bit interesting to me. I don't see a reason why not to charge forward and hit that tank there. This is questionable, I would say. Because I can see this being a good possibility if there's a follow-up tank here to replace this one. But that's not the case. Got a tank here to ready to engage the tank. Sasha right now has 14,300. Does retaliate there. So it's going to be a bit of a stalemate. A Pyrrhic victory overall for Hawke. We have another reinforcing tank there, but it's probably just good just to retaliate onto this tank. Or maybe try to focus on this infantry unit there. Pulls back to HQ instead, okay. And does decide to retaliate there. Finish off the infantry unit there. This capture will probably be stopped next to... Actually, no, this tank's out of range. 5 capture pressure could be interrupted even further with the 4 health tank, but it's hard to say. Tank there makes some good sense. This is a bit of a strong side, weak side mechanic on this map. Got 1 base here, 2 bases here. Airport can go either direction, but also more leaded to the weak side. There's also, on the weak side, there's a couple mountains here along with the HQ and missile platform, so you can set up a decent defensive line of artillery and other indirects behind these 2 mountains. The weak side does give extra defensive bonuses based on map design. Of course, this game could go in either direction. I've seen weak sides be the strong sides be the weak side. Based on the infantry unit there. We're probably going to see a tank down over here to reinforce. Yep, we do. 64,000, so it won't be able to play anything else. Maybe artillery piece here. Yep. I love it when I guess correctly, and perfectly rounds it out with an infantry unit. South got captured. More tanks pushing down south for the winter. Anti-air tank infantry. Both sides have now the airport. Got Hawke has 16,000 versus Sasha's 18,700. So she has what, 17 properties versus 16, so 1 capture advantage, not necessarily income though. Infantry. Pops the market crash, not big surprise. After all, she can just simply deny Black Storm and or Black Wave for quite some time. Hawke may need to pull up Black Waves if he has the opportunity rather than trying to save a Black Storm. And right now she does have 19,000, which gives her like 30% power reduction. I forget the offhand math at the moment. Does not take out that tank there, leaving 1 health, so it'll be at 3 health next turn. Able to retaliate against the 3 health tank, no problem. Battlecopter tank and infantry. One of them is a place where he can put the artillery piece that provides some protection, reasonable protection. Reinforcing tank gets a good shot there. Finish it off. This guy would take there. So yeah, putting the artillery piece behind the 2 tanks is quite feasible. Let's go over there. That's probably a better spot. Hard to say for me to say sometimes. I thought it would be on top of the planes here, but I guess the tank could simply reach around and touch it inappropriately. But this spot is a little bit more protected, so that's probably a better spot for it. Tank, anti-air, infantry. I don't know why when my hand's just a little bit heavy, I just hit right click. It happens all the time. Let's see now. Hawke's turn starts 60,000, Sasha in turn 72. Of course, he does 16,000 income, so it's still day-to-day difference. Subtract some of these outlying infantry units there. Decides not to take a shot in this 3 health infantry unit there. Goes back to wooden tanks there. Finish off the 3 health infantry unit there. Trying to capture this neutral property. Got 19,800 for 17. Tank, infantry. Sasha now has 24,000 field, so she may go for a Neo tank this turn. Yep, there's a Neo tank. Infantry. And I'll go for infantry for the last one. And there. Sasha ends her turn with a 95,000 field. Hawke starts his turn 79. Starting to fall a little bit behind, but nothing too significant. Got a lot of tanks here by Sasha with 1 artillery piece. Hawke's just trying to play defense over here. Doesn't have too many aggressive units over here. Good shot there. Takes out the tank. Easy pick there. But now in range of the artillery piece. That may not have been a good location there, but of course with the tank here. Pops and market crash. Hawke does retain a little bit of power charge. For next mark cost 25,000. His black wave is 45. Now we're going to talk about Black Storm. So Hawke's artillery is in range, has 2 good assets. Got double artillery piece there. I think he could strike the anti-air, then go for a battlecopter as a possibility. Or maybe a full bomber. He has 25,000, so that could give him a bomber and 3 infantry. Let's see what he does. Does strike the anti-air there. Plus, he could just pull a bomber and go this direction as well. This is no anti-air up here. Him going for bomber would probably force Sasha to go for double anti-air next turn. Or pull back his anti-air to probably to the city here. Those are Neo tank. Does pull back the anti-air, gonna pull it pretty far back since there's no battle compute. She can take time to pull back to a city to get some repairs. It looks like you're just going to try to solidify this defensive line there. Has, of course, the missile platforms and the mount here. There's good defensive point, and Hawke has a good amount of tanks in this region, a very good number of tanks. And this Neo tank's out of range in the Neo tank. some outlying infantry units there. Puts a round into the tank. Finish off that tank infantry unit there. May be able to stretch for another... Yeah, we'll be able to stretch for both these artillery pieces here as well. Granted, this was a 6 health tank, but still very good amount of damage on all those artillery pieces there. Able to exploit the breakthrough. Now this infantry needs to push forward, but stay out of range of the artillery piece to... Yeah, can take a 4 health artillery piece shot there. Let's ward away the battlecopter. This is quite a bit of momentum game on Hawke's weak side. Neo tank push way forward. If the Neo tank strikes a Neo tank, it may give enough for a black wave to even out the fight, but just puts an infantry wall there. We'll likely see a market crash this turn. Hawke's artillery piece gets triple tapped, but does survive, but barely. Market crash not available. Pops it. Does not have enough to go completely remove his power bar. Now she has +10 this turn to help counteract the Hawke's day-to-day of +10. Hawke's Neo tank's out of range of Sasha, so they've got this rugged tank away. There's some good shots there. Here takes the artillery piece. Artillery piece goes not down. That was right there. Maybe could have gone 1, 2, and tried this one. I think that's always the 1 health. Okay, there's that one there. I think as well, Hawke could pull back these tanks. Remember as well, Black Wave and Black Storm is like Andy's hyper repair. But 1 extra health goes a long way. You can play like Andy to a certain degree. And start for 101,000. Sasha starts turn 91, so Hawke's pulling some advantage. And there may be a good chance she will not get a market crash this turn. She will need double damage dealt. She needs to do about 50,000 damage just to get a market crash, which is highly unlikely. I have a feeling that Hawke will get his Black Wave next turn, and he may just need to pop it. I think as well, if Hawke pops his Black Wave, then Sasha could just save a power charge and save extra power charge to get a chain of market crashes as well. If she can just simply take the single Black Wave, she can get a good chain of market crashes and maybe do some good work from there. It's hard to say. She does pull back. Neo Tank's in range of the Neo Tank. Could be softened up with a Black Wave. Tank, tank, tank. Triple tank. Good shot there. There's the Black Wave, getting quite a bit extra health regen. Got put in 94. I'm curious. Went from 89 to 94. Not bad. Extra 5,000 funds. Fabricated. But I need to do some units on top of the bases as well as cities. Marker crash not available, but like I said, she can simply just store it up. Try to go for a chain of marker crashes. Does not go for a flip. Gets the pick there. And Hawke may just be a defensive here. He has a lot of assets there. Okay, the Neo Tank's trying to rotate in the center. Try to put pressure on that medium tank. He has a battlecopter in the region as well. Sasha has this in here. Battlecopter, infantry. Now is probably a good time for Hawke to really focus the battlecopter production due to the lack of anti-air for Sasha in the field. And right now she needs stuff to counter out tanks and not pulling out anti-airs. Battlecopters could be a good middle ground approach then. Hawke's anti-air does take a pretty good shot there. Yep, she's getting a decent amount of power charge. Hawke's turn starts the turn with 95,000. Sasha ends for turn with 94, so Hawke has about 1 turn ahead in value. decent amount of stuff here, so Hawke may run to a brick wall relatively soon. Neotank needs to get in range of that medium tank. So Pat's parking on top of this forest. Pulling back some of these wounded tanks. Trying to flip some properties there. Right now, Hawke does have 20,000 versus Sasha 1980. So she has 18 properties with Hawke's just 20. Helicopter, tank, infantry. Pops the market crash now. How much power to charge did he have? Not a whole lot. So this is a bit of a desperate market crash for the plus 10% firepower and defense overall. I don't know if that was a good idea. Maybe she could have got some initial engagement to get a little bit extra power charge going. But this is a combat market crash. Our Neotank advanced on the flank. That Neotank's out of range of Neotank. That's a poor position. Sure, there's an artillery piece in range, but it's generally better to get a first strike on your opponent's Neotank. Okay, got the regular tank in the way. Good. She fixed her mistake. Great strike there on the artillery piece. And Hawke's infantry is now advancing. Will not stop that capture. That may have been a poor choice. I think he should have used this guy to stop the capture. Though it's supposed to 2 capture progress, so it's probably unlikely that he's going to actually stop it anymore. Just concedes the property. Trying to go flip some other properties. The Neotank falls back to range the other Neotank. Looks like he's doing a bit of a front switch, pulls back all of his wounded tanks, gets some forward healing, and then focuses advantage over on the right flank with a battlecopter and Neotank, with some supporting tanks here. She needs a anti-air over in this region. Battlecopter, recon, infantry. So yeah, good front switch, pulls back, able to buy some time, get some healings there on these tanks. Another battlecopter. Well, she pulls another battlecopter there, which means no ETR, so this battlecopter will get a good strike in the battlecopter, and Hawke will be fine with a chain of battlecopters. Goes for ETR there as well. Oh, I thought she had like 4,000 funds. She must have emerged. I wasn't really paying close enough attention. Flips the, trying to flip the property back. Captures the property. Hawke is getting some good income advantage. Market crash now available. Be a decent idea to pop us probably next turn just to tank Hawke's power charge again. Battlecopter, infantry. Another market crash there. Does not take out Hawke's power charge entirely. It was the day-to-day repairs plus her less income now. Takes out the battlecopter. It doesn't, not necessarily. 2 1-health battlecopters. Black Wave can get them up to 2 health. Another battlecopter by Sasha. Neotank trip forward. This property will be flipped back. He will do a flip. Now it's 22 versus 76. The advantage is getting quite large. Now it's infantry. Sacks the infantry unit there. Takes out that unit there. Takes out that one. Takes out or puts more holes in that artillery piece. Just good strike there. Merge the battlecopters. Does that one down. takes time to shoot the medium tank. Oh, gets the black wave. That's what he was doing. Get a bit of health regen. He went from 106 to 112, so this black wave is even better than the last. At least in value recovered. Damage-wise, probably does less. Did less. Another battlecopter. The thing as well, Sasha has less and less income, so this little bit of attrition he'll inflict is going to be a bit important, though she does start to turn for 100 or 20,000. Not enough for a Neo tank. May need to go for a medium tank here. Pops a market crash. I think this is her popping market crash, doing stuff in the resign move. And Pipe Runner. Either way, this is Angerade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.